Roguelikes versus roguelites. Roguelikes versus roguelites. Which is which? What is what? We see in a lot of video games, when you go into tags, both roguelikes and roguelikes. Roguelikes, roguelites. Even developers don't know what they're doing anymore. And right now, we are looking at Rogue. Once upon a time, 40 years ago, came out the game named Rogue. The first, not roguelike, not roguelite, just Rogue. And out of this game, the entire genre came out. 2 genres, subgenres now. And most of the players and most of the developers do not even know what game they're playing, what game they're developing. Is it a roguelike? Is it a roguelite? In a lot of videos, in a lot of descriptions, you'll see both. Roguelikes, roguelite, action roguelike, action roguelite, survivor roguelike, survivor roguelite. And it's good, it's attracting views, it's attracting clicks, and the game can sell better. But what is roguelike and what is roguelite? That's the question we want to answer today. Consider this and what I'm doing as a little history lesson and enhance your knowledge about video gaming. I like to know everything and I want to share it with you. For the game to be a roguelike, it needs to be extremely hard, so crazy difficult, permadeath, no rewards or very small amount of rewards after you're done and you do not die. It needs to be a dungeon crawler and it needs to be in a turn-based mod. That's a roguelike, like a rogue. The game is like a roguelike. Okay? One also very important thing that all roguelikes need to have is procedural generation, map generation. On your every run, every next run, you should encounter something new. New enemy, new obstacle, new placements. Basically every time it's supposed to be different. Here we are at Hades, the most popular action roguelike in the history. The game is brilliant, don't get me wrong, I love it. But it's not a roguelike and it sells like an action roguelike. That shouldn't be the first tag and it shouldn't be a tag at all. It's not a roguelike, it's a roguelite. Light. It's easier than roguelike. What is the definition of roguelite? It is the game that rewards you even when you fail. That's why it's roguelite. It's a game that doesn't need to be in a turn-based mod. It can be everything. It can be from first person, third person, isometric, action RPG, hack and slash, as long as there is permadeath. Okay? And as long as you reap your rewards even when you fail, that's a roguelite. Your character doesn't die, he just repeats his run. That's a roguelite. On the other side, for example, Darkest Dungeon is a new modern roguelike, a true roguelike. Why? Because when your hero dies, anyone in your team, they are permadeath. And you start a new run with level 1 hero. That's the main difference between roguelikes and roguelite. I get it. Games need to have both tags in order to sell. And, truth to be told, in the last 10 years, we're plagued with real roguelites and very, very small amount, if not maybe 10 roguelikes. Like Stone Shard, like Darkest Dungeon, those are roguelikes. Everything else that sells, Hades, and 1000 more, okay, Loot River, all of those games. Have a Nice Death. Upcoming, Have a Nice Death. Samum Eterna. Alright. All of those are roguelites. So, I hope that I clarified things a bit for you, and that you actually know the main difference between roguelikes and roguelites. Remember, it came from a game named Rogue 40 years ago. One of the hardest games ever, by the way. A lot of people took from 100 to 1000 runs 40 years ago to finish the game once. Now that's a roguelike. Everything else that's easier and rewarding would be roguelite. Or better to say, 95% of the games are roguelites. If you learned something new, subscribe, like, and share this video. I'll thank you all for watching, and I'll be seeing you on the next one.